Kyra Condie is one of 2 women representing Team USA at the Olympics in Tokyo next month. I had the pleasure of interviewing her, and if you didn't already see that video, be sure to check it out after watching this one.
What are you doing, Kyra? Did she climb it all by herself?
We had to take her out of her crib at about a year old because she was climbing out of it. We put the mattress on the floor because we were worried she was going to flop out of it.
Stood and listened to every word we said, but she was always on the move, constantly. That was her nature. That's just the way she is.
Yeah, we don't know where she came from.
She started climbing when she was 11 years old at her original home gym, Vertical Endeavors in St. Paul, Minnesota.
So for anybody who's unaware, Kyra actually discovered climbing at a birthday party that she was invited to, which is really cool just to think about. You're going to a birthday party, you're just there to have fun, but you find something you fall in love with and you turn it into a career. So I don't think that happens to many kids.
Yeah, exactly. Like when at that birthday party, I would not have guessed that where I would be, now. I had somebody ask me if I had thanked the person whose birthday party it was. And I was like, I actually don't even remember whose birthday it was, but thank you to who that was.
Her early training included primarily climbing with boys as a kid, which is something she considers heavily influenced her style.
When I was about 12 years old, I was getting some really bad back pain, and I just thought it was normal for 12-year-old girls to have really bad back pain. And then when I realized that was not in fact normal, I asked a friend at the gym who was a physical therapist if he could check me and realized that I might have scoliosis.
On March 12, 2010, she had a spinal fusion surgery to correct her more than 70-degree curvature and took several months to recover.
If you're an athletic person who's doing a lot of activities and staying fit while you're recovering, you can recover a lot faster. And I was able to start climbing basically at about 4.5 months after my surgery.
Though she started competitive climbing before her surgery, she didn't win her first major competition until after recovering from that.
I think the surgery came at a really good time for me. I was in middle school. I was maybe losing some focus on this elite level sport because it was taking time away from friends and things like that, just social activities. It made me realize how much I loved climbing and how much I wanted to pursue climbing because I had this thing that might take it away.
When Kyra isn't training or competing, she spends her time as a board member on the board of directors of USA Climbing.
My honest answer as far as a pastime outside of climbing would definitely be Netflix. But I also really love crafts like sewing and painting and stuff, or games.
She also enjoys doing jigsaw puzzles, studying, and finding new coffee shops. Which, by the way, Kyra, if you're watching this, I have recommendations for a tea shop in Salt Lake where you're currently living, so let me know and I will share the details.
I moved out to Salt Lake City because this is where our national federation is, and I really attribute moving here to helping me qualify for the Olympics. Not only do you have these amazing world-class climbing training facilities, but you also have some of the best climbing areas in the world within a 3-hour radius of the city. I wake up, I go to Public Coffee, I get a cappuccino, then go out to the climbing area.
She hopes to one day attend veterinary school and work as a small animal veterinarian. She's one of 2 women representing Team USA at the Olympics in Tokyo this year.
When I was trying to qualify for this Olympics, I had this moment where I was like, okay, well, if I don't qualify for 2020, there's still at least 2024. And then I had a thought where I was like, wow, no, I really want to be part of the first group of climbers to ever be in the Olympics.
She has a history of many World Cup podiums for lead and bouldering. Her speed has significantly improved as she's been training to the point where she's likely to place in the top 5 for speed at the Olympics. You probably already know that one of her favorite moves is dynos, but the interview we did with her, we also learned that she enjoys pull-throughs and no-hand slabs.
One is that I know a lot of us watch each other in isolation and take warm-up tricks and stuff from each other. I noticed that both Basa and Mika Mawem would go around and just touch a bunch of holds as their first step of their warm-up, feet on the ground, touching them and holding them different positions, not really even weighting them that much, maybe shifting their weight around on them. And so I started doing that and I love it. And now almost everybody on the US team does it. No, I don't think I started it, but then we just all noticed separately that people were doing that, and so all of us do that now.
Oh, that's
as
really cool.
First stage warm-up. Yeah
It sounds like almost so you can recognize what a hold will be like before you come out of isolation. Is that kind of the idea behind it?
It's kind of that. It's kind of getting familiar with more and more hold types. It's also just warming up your fingers in the slightest way, and warming up your skin, I think, is a big one. Like if your skin's really painful, if you can touch a bunch of holds first, you kind of forget that your skin's painful.
Right now, she's focused on the Olympics and taking the podium.
After I finished college in 2018, I really focused in on competition climbing because I knew I had these kind of 2 really important years leading up to the Olympics. And so I really focused on training all 3 disciplines because it is this mixed discipline format.
But when it comes to the Olympics in Paris, she plans on focusing on bouldering and lead and stop training for speed after the Olympics.
With another 4, I guess it's only going to be 3 years now, of speed specialist being able to just train speed. If I was trying to do lead and bouldering and speed, I think it would just be really hard to keep up. I think I am a good speed climber, but the people who will be dedicating themselves to make speed at the Olympics, I think will be only speed climbing. So I think it'd be really hard to keep up with them. So like I debated it and was wondering about it, but I enjoy lead and bouldering more. I still love speed climbing, but I'll probably focus on more of the lead bouldering side.
In an interview I recently published, she explained that she is feeling stronger than ever. And I believe it. I'm so excited to see Kyra Condie on the podium at Tokyo. If you haven't seen her Sports Illustrated piece or her interview in Vogue, definitely check that out. She was also in the Forbes 30 Under 30, and she deserves every piece of praise that she's gotten so far. Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to click the subscribe button and also check out that interview I did with Kyra. It was really fun talking to her about the Olympics and tips that she has for other climbers.